Hello my ICTA students. This video is going to be on shapes. Now you've had one on using different shapes. In fact, if I go to insert and I go to shapes, I have done other videos using the rectangle and the oval, and plus I've used the callouts here, the square one, the rounded cornered one, the balloon, and the cloud. Now I want to take you into these ones: line callout 1, line callout 2, line callout 3, and show you the difference there. So I'm going to start here with line callout 1 so that you can see that. So I went to insert shapes and I'm going to click on line callout 1. Alright, now do you see there's a thin black crosshair on my screen? I click, hold, and drag. Okay, now you can use any fill that you want. It doesn't matter to me. That's fine. Or you can go here and pick out your color. Now in the other shapes, I've always told you to make sure either try a gradient, try a picture, try a texture. So I've got 3 shapes to show you here, so I'll just go with a plain fill for the first one. So I'm going to go to more fill colors. I'll go to standard and maybe I'll pick out this green. Alright, okay, so I filled it with green. And then the shape outline, the one thing that I do ask you for is to show a weight that I can see, that it's visible. And choose a color, and again it doesn't matter to me what color you choose. Actually, I think I'm going to go back and go to shape more colors, and I'm going to go get back that pink one. Alright, so I'm going to choose that. Okay, so now I can put in something in the message here. I'm just going to type hello, and the white doesn't show up that well, so I'm going to size it up first of all, just like you're used to. I'm going to bold it, Control B. I'm going to italicize it, Control I, and I'm going to go to Home and make my font color pink to match my outline. Okay, this only has one arm. So do you see here? You can move it up, you can drag it, you can do anything you want, but you only have one arm. Now, if you want to drag it to the other side, yes, you can do that. And then put your line in here. So it's quite easy for you to, play with your line and put it, but there's only one arm. So sometimes you can't fit it into a tight spot. Now also you remember that on your line, on your shape, I'm going to right click and go to Format Shape. Okay, Format Shape. And on the line we also have arrows, and you've played with this before, but in case you haven't, try an arrow. You can see it just popped up there, my beginning arrow. You can try a beginning size, and of course always use something different. Then your ending arrow, whatever you happen that you want is your ending arrow, and whatever size you might want. So if I click over here, click off, so that you can see I've got this type of end. I don't particularly like that, so I'm going to right click again, go back to Format Shape, and go back to my arrows and choose a different one. So I'm going to choose a different arrowhead. Alright, I'm happier with that one. So that's your first shape, your line callout shape. Alright, another one, we're going to go to Insert, and we're going to go to Shapes, and we're going to come down here, and 2 arms. Okay, so I'm going to draw another one. Now note, here you have 2 arms. Do you see this? You have 2 arms. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to fill this one, not with a fill, you know how to do that. I'm going to choose a gradient. Okay, and I want to go to more gradients, and I want to go to gradient fill, and I want to make my own. So my first color is going to be, I want my pink here, and my second color, actually that blue isn't bad. I'll get rid of this one, delete it, and this one I'll make it green. Okay, well that's all right. And now watch. There's many different things here. You can play with the angle, and you see me rotating the angle here, okay? Or I can move my color to give me more or less. The other thing is, this is linear. Now, under linear, you have, or I should say direction here, they give you some presets. So you could choose this one, whichever one that you wanted, okay? So you have that option, but it's just as easy to go in the angle and get it just exactly how you want it. Now, also under linear, you can go to radial. Now radio, here's your directions that you've got. You've got right in the middle, so you can choose that. That looks pretty good. Or you can choose coming from the corner, or coming from the other corner, or coming from the top corner. Well, I quite liked the center one here, the radio, and I want the center, that one. Okay, I can also go to rectangular, okay, and you see it almost looks like an arrow coming up there. Or I can say I want it in the middle, and there's what it looks like. And again, if I change this, you can see how I can change it. So I want you always playing, and again, watch how I'm playing there, okay? All I'm doing is dragging the colors, so you can play with that too. All right, so that's good, and I'll say something to say good morning. And again, I'm going to go shift home, and I'm going to make the font color. I won't make it pink this time. I think I better make it green. Whoa, what am I doing here? I want to make it green. So I want to go to home here, and I'll try the green, and let's see how it's going to look. Oh, I think it's going to look all right. If I size it up, no, it's not going to look all right. And I bold it, and I italicize it, but it's not a good color. Okay, let's try purple. Oh, there, that's better. Okay, so now very easily you can see good morning. All right, now I want to go back, and I want to go to shape outline, and I want to have a weight that we can see, so I'll use a different weight, and I want a different color this time. Maybe I'll go with the purple, just for the simple reason that's what I put on the text. All right, now here we have two arms, okay? So the same thing, I can move this arm around wherever I want to move it. I can move this one, I can lengthen it, move it, and I can even go like this. And there you have, and maybe I want to pull it over here. So you've got two arms to move. Or you can take it over here, and you can pull it over here, and you can pull it over here if you want to go somewhere here. So it's all up to you where you want to play with it. And now, the same thing here, the format shape, shape options, the line. Again, you have got to go all the way down. You can play with the arrowheads again, try a different one, and then try a different size that you haven't used before. Try an ending one, whichever looks good to you, and try a size. So there you go, it can look quite different. Okay, so that's two arms. All right, so then now we have one more that we want to do. We want to go to Insert, Shapes, and I want you to use the 3-arm one. Okay, and now I'm getting slow. Maybe I'll put it over here. I think I can do that. All right, so now take a look. Here we have, I can make this closer, but I'll make it longer. There's one arm. Okay, there's your second arm, and there's your third arm. Okay, so this time I want to fill with a texture. Okay, so I'll go to texture, and maybe I'll go with marble. That's okay. And now you definitely cannot see. I'm going to say good afternoon. And you can't read it because it's in white. So I'm going to go and put this one in home, and I will go and choose red. Okay, I can definitely see it. I'm going to bold it, Control B, Control I for italics, and size it up so that it wraps like your other one. And I want to go to, and remember, if you're not on the shape, you can't do anything. You've got to be on the shape, Format Tools, and you want to go to Shape Outline. You've got to choose a weight that I can see, and a color. Okay, and again, as I say, it doesn't matter what color you choose, but you've got to choose a color. So maybe I'll go with, oh, I like that yellow fill. That'll stand out better. Okay, I'm going to change mine to yellow fill, and then I'm going to change my shape outline to red. Okay, that's easy for you to see. And once again, under Format Shape, there's text options, but there's also shape options. So play with your arrows. Choose an arrowhead and a size or whatever looks good to you. And play with your ending arrowhead and whatever looks good. All right, so there they are, and this time I'll leave them on this side. I won't move them, but you know that you can move them, okay? So that's all there is to it that you can work around. So if you've got an object to work with, then now maybe if I bring this over, okay, and here I'll bring this one. And so you saw how you can really manipulate and get to the exact place where you want to go. Okay, so that's your line 1 call out, your line 2 call out, and your line 3. All right, so that was what you want to do there. So you can work at those. So each time now you get an assignment, you know how to put a shape in there. So we'll stop there. You don't need to save this. This was just a practice for you, and we'll stop.